All right, so I was inspired to put together this video by a young lady I was talking to. She was already married, but she was, sticking up for the Pukishas of the world. And we often see this with our women. And what it is that we see is that the even good women that are modern black women have fused themselves to the victimhood explanation for the Pukishas outcome, which are the women who decide to have children outside of wedlock with low level men. Now, some of the women that are on the professional side of this, where they've, still they're doing, they have careers and they're running their lives well, right? That aren't the Pukisha hood style chicks, right? These gals, they will still come to the defense of the Pukishas because they're all run under the same victimhood argument. Now, I was talking to this young lady and she was giving me that pushback and, oh, the men and blah 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 blah. And it made me say, okay, is it that I'm really not doing a good job understanding or explaining this, and this woman is not understanding me, or is this just a disingenuous conversation? Because even though we don't agree with one another, I don't feel like she understands me, right? Or she's trying to pretend like she doesn't understand me, and I will rather grant her the good faith that she was. So in any event, I took the time to make this video as a response. So in the video, I'm talking to her, but it really goes through the numbers very well of how this thing that's happening inside of our community is producing out these out of wedlock childbirths. And so you see that all the men are in lockstep. The men are in full agreement about how we feel about this issue and what we need to do about all of the single or all of the out of wedlock childbirths that's fucking up the whole community, right? And so we've also got women that are like this as well. They can see the problem very clearly. They understand this accountability issue, that the narrative is bad within black women as a group, and that fucked up narrative is causing women to be able to justify this incredibly bad community destructive level, nuclear destructive level behavior of making people with outside of families with no family to come into the world to. And so there are women who are kind of undecided yet, right? They haven't had any children yet, or they are not full feminist or anything like that, but they don't understand us yet either. And so the women, you guys have got to talk to these girls. And so you got to have the numbers down pat. All right. So I wanted to put this together for you guys so that you could see the numbers in their entirety and understand how to explain them perfectly so that you can have these conversations with some of your sisters and moms and aunts and understand the numbers, how they come together well enough to be able to really be able to visualize and combat the bullshit. All right, so I hope this helps. Please watch the video, and I'm hoping that this type of stuff, men creating this type of content, putting it out there, moves the needle. I'm hoping it helps us, right? Because all we got is one another, right? Okay. All right. Have a good night. Check it out. Check out the video. It's coming up right now.